Well, other people, what's going on? My name is Big Mooney and this here is some Battlefield 4, this time playing the new Final Stand DLC. We're going to be playing on Operation Whiteout Rush, and I'm going to be defending using the SG-553 at the start just here. And I just wanted to give my opinion on this new DLC that did come out today for premium users of Battlefield 4, so if you do have premium, you can pick this up right now. And I do want to just say before we get into things, yes, I was going to do an assignment hunter today, and I think I'm going to do that on Thursday instead with this new DLC coming out, as well as there being a Scotland-England game earlier on today, which was kind of disappointing. I didn't really have enough time to get the assignment hunter all put together and stuff, and I wanted to try out the maps first to just know what the deal was. Apparently they include random weird shrinking glitches, like that right there. I was a bit confused for a second. But this time just here we're playing on Operation Whiteout, playing some Rush. And I just wanted to start out with some Rush. I wanted to play some Rush, see if Rush was an actual good game mode on this DLC. And my answer right off the bat was no. I mean, this right here was an absolute clusterfuck. So basically, on this first set of MCOM stations, there's just a huge wall of ice right in front of both of the MCOM stations. So basically what ends up happening is the attacking team just pile up in a big line, like basically like Operation Metro, if you remember that. Just hiding behind the wall in a big line, throwing grenades, throwing UCAVs, I found out, and firing mortars and doing all sorts of bitch tactics. That's just kind of the way that it pans out. I died more in this game to random shit coming out of the sky and just ending me, like the UCAV as you can see just there, than I did to actual gunfire, so it was frustrating as fuck to say the least. Now I don't know if it was just this particular server, but this is basically my experience so far. And it was very annoying. It really, really was. I mean, I was under the impression we'd moved past this by now, but apparently not. But I do want to preface my opinion in this video with the fact that I want to say I did not play particularly well today. I just had one of those days where just nothing goes your way. There was little flashes of, you know, decent play, but overall, I was not happy with my level of performance today. And I just want you guys to know that. I'm not just going to cut around any mistakes that I made or, you know, stuff like that, like a lot of other YouTubers do. So do keep that in mind. It kind of does help form an opinion of something. If you don't play particularly well, you don't enjoy it as much. But it just felt like the maps that I was playing on didn't really suit what I do as a player. It just didn't really suit my playstyle whatsoever, and it just didn't really pan out too well for me. But moving on just here, I was sticking with the same map. We're playing some Team Deathmatch this time here, and it uses basically that same area that I just showed you just there. Now, Operation Whiteout is a much bigger map when you're playing Conquest mode. But with Team Deathmatch, it limits it to this one side of the map where it's basically just a big ice plain with little sort of rocks and glaciers and stuff like that breaking up the place with other random shit spilled all over the shop. Basically what every Battlefield map is like these days. And the map is just way too big for this game mode. For Team Deathmatch, it does not work properly. It doesn't flow correctly at all and ends up turning into just a big sniper war. That's why you see me in this clip here playing with a sniper rifle. It's just I was using, I think, the F2000 before that when I was just starting this game out, and you couldn't really do anything at all because everyone was so far away, and just if you tried to go any closer to them, you just get cut down by the front line. It was basically like World War I all over again. It was like trenches on each side, and you can't go in the middle because you just die. It just wasn't very fun. I don't know, like, I didn't play particularly badly in this one particular game, and I played a couple of games on this map in Team Deathmatch, and it just wasn't fun, and that just seemed to be a theme that carried throughout my time playing on this DLC today. Very little fun was had, and that was just unfortunate, because I really wanted this DLC to be good, and so far, that's not really been my experience, so I'm just hoping that it picks up from now. Now, moving on to this next map here, this is Hammerhead, and I'm going to be sticking with Team Deathmatch, like in the previous set of clips just there. And this was probably the most fun game mode map combination from this DLC that I've played so far. And it's very reminiscent of Operation Locker or maybe Operation Metro, but more so Locker. You're basically in this facility in the middle of the map of Hammerhead, and it's an underground facility, and it's pretty big, so it's big enough to actually accommodate quite a lot of players in there for Team Deathmatch, and it flows quite well. And I know how popular Operation Locker is with Team Deathmatch players, and this is definitely something that caters towards that crowd. So expect a lot of people to be playing on this Team Deathmatch mode, at least I think so at the moment. And it is a good thing that there is a good Team Deathmatch map in this DLC, but from what I've played so far, this is the only one. Although there is one map that I haven't played Team Deathmatch on yet, so I'm hoping that that's at least half decent. It just seemed that this game mode just here on this map definitely suited my playstyle more. Like, I'm more of a run and gun type player on Battlefield. I'm very aggressive in the way that I tackle my opponents. And on this Team Deathmatch mode, very like Operation Locker, you were able to just charge around, gun people down, have some fun, shoot some people, and then move on. It was good, it was fun, and you can definitely flank like an Operation Locker. Jumping down this little balcony just here, coming behind these guys that were all stacked up. This guy put a claymore down behind him. I should have shot the claymore and blown the guy up, because that would have been fucking hilarious. But in the end, I just ended up coming up behind the guys and gunning quite a few down with my pistol, as well as my primary. But now we're going to be moving on to Conquest Large on the same map. And as you can see, it's a very open, big, icy sort of area. And one of my guys in my squad committed the cardinal sin of fucking off when I tried to help him by repairing. And it ended up with this. It's a really strange situation. I come back to repair this guy, and all of a sudden we're in a random repair to war with this guy. And he does not have honor. Son, why whipping out your A91 and gunning me down with 10% health left? At least he put up a fight for quite a while. I probably could have jumped behind him and tried to stab him or just shoot him myself, but I was just committing to try and burn that fucker's face. But like I did say, this whole facility is in the middle of the map, and there's a couple of flags incorporated in this inside sort of part of the map. So if you're more of an indoors type player, an infantry type player, you can hang around in the middle of the map and just sort of treat it like Team Deathmatch or Domination or whatever, and just go between the couple of flags that are in this facility. And it can be quite fun just doing that. I felt that quite a lot of the game took place inside here. It was a very much a focal point of the map. But you do need to watch out that you don't cap the flags in here and end up with your team just trapped in the facility, because the majority of the flags are outside, so if they own all of them, they'll just keep you in here and destroy you. But overall, this was probably one of the stronger Conquest maps. Now, I've not actually included any footage in this video of Operation Whiteout Conquest, and I did play quite a bit of that as well. But that map, I don't think, it just doesn't work. It's just a blizzard, there's no cover. You go on the flags and all of a sudden you just get ambushed by like 3 LAVs. I felt there was a lot of LAVs on that map. I just kept getting chased down by them. And it just all around just doesn't flow really that well. But this map here is half decent. I felt that it was fairly enjoyable to play, but like I did say, I wasn't really on top of my game today. And that did kind of hinder my enjoyment a little bit more. And one thing I do want to note, did they change this with the previous patch or the one just there? When you're on a health pack, it doesn't heal you like right away. Was that added the last patch or that patch just there? Because it's far more noticeable now at least. At least I noticed it where I didn't notice it before. I don't know, maybe I just need to play more Battlefield 4. I've been slacking off a little bit lately. But I did get to hop in one of the hover tanks in this particular game just here. And, well, you would think that would be really amazing. You're just able to glide around the map and absolutely destroy everyone. Now, in terms of firepower, it's every bit as powerful as any other tank that you get in the game. At least, that's what I'm led to believe at the moment. It is, by definition, a main battle tank, so it just sort of floats around a little bit. This guy comes out of nowhere and just gets fucking annihilated. But the thing is with this, is very, very awkward. It just turns in 45-degree angles or just like 33-degree angles or something. You can't just like adjust your aim slightly. You have to just fucking zoom the thing across. And I get very lucky with this shot here, taking down an enemy helicopter, get myself a double kill. But turning it is very, very strange and awkward and very foreign. I'm not used to doing that at all. But the thing is really agile for a tank, but just not exactly the most practical. Now, I have very, very little footage of this right here because I accidentally deleted a whole game off of my hard drive. This here is Hangar 21 Team Deathmatch, and it is an absolute abomination. It is horrible. It really, really is. It's just a clusterfuck of platforms and just shit everywhere, where you don't know where anyone is, even when they're on the map. You don't know if they're upstairs, if they're below you, if they're in the middle of the bloody ship thing or whatever. You don't know where they are. You just see that they're kind of near you, so you just need to be wary. Plus, it's really dark. Like, you can't see half the time. I don't know what the deal is with this map, but it's just horrible from what I've played so far. And I just wanted to show the map off with the very little footage that I did actually have recorded. It's getting late already, so I didn't want to hop on and record anymore, especially back on this map again. But holy shit, it was absolutely terrible. It was just dark and you could get shot from fucking anywhere. There was no cover. You're walking around, you just get random little things to hide behind, but you don't know where you're going to get shot from. You walk up on these platforms and you really have got just to hope that you don't get killed. The last time I didn't get killed, that time I did, and I was just like, no, I'm done with this, just quit out of the game. But in terms of Conquest, when you're playing on Hangar 21, it's not too bad, but it's not an ideal map. Again, it's very difficult to see people with the sheer amount of snow and just, it's huge. And there's a lot of fucking snow everywhere, so it's difficult to see people. Now, this final map that you're looking at just here is Giants of Carlisle. I'm defending points and rush with the M240B. Now, I've not actually played a whole lot of this map, so I don't want to really throw opinions out there if they're not fully thought out and I know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to put any misinformation out there is what I'm trying to say, but the DLC as a whole, I will say so far I've been very disappointed with it. I'm not a huge fan of the maps that have been put out there. They don't suit my particular playstyle. I want to know your opinion. If you've played these new maps, write a comment down below letting me know, do you like this, or are you still on the fence, or do you definitely not like this new DLC? I'm going to play a bit more of this week, and hopefully I can find a bit more enjoyment out of this DLC, because so far, of the games that I've played about 10 to 15 games or so, and only about 1 or 2 of those games was even half decent, or even kind of fun, because some of the games, they were just so damn frustrating all the way through, because it just felt like I had no control over whether or not I died in so many different situations, because you just don't know where people are, or it's just an absolute clusterfuck chaos, people everywhere, and it's just very difficult to try and stay alive in some cases, because I was spawning in and just dying. I would spawn in and so on someone that actually looked like, you know, they're in a decent position, you'd spawn in and all of a sudden you just get wiped the fuck out by something that just came from nowhere. That coupled with the fact that there's just snow everywhere, it's very difficult to see people. I'm just not a fan of this DLC. It's just not for me, it's not for my playstyle, and I just found it very difficult to find any enjoyment in any of the games that I was playing, bar 1 or 2 games. But like I did say, that TDM mode on Hammerhead was pretty fun, and I do see myself playing a bit more of that. But when it comes to Team Deathmatch on Hangar 21, definitely never going near that again. It's so bad. I was almost offended by how bad that map was. Especially after all those trailers where they make it look amazing and all the rest of it. It's very disappointing to say that it just doesn't live up to how good they make it look to begin with. But I want you guys to leave your comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like down there, even though I feel like quite a lot of you will not totally agree with my opinion. It is just my opinion in the end. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.